Okay, we're recording now. Hello, my name's Caden. Your name's Bethany, right?
Yes.
You got any nicknames, any pronouns you'd like me to use for you?
Just Bethany works and she, her.
Okay. Okay. As you know, you were recommended to me because you went in for your yearly health assessment. You scored low on the mental health part, which, it happens to all of us. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I've been working here for several years, ever since I got my certification. I I'm basically just a therapist. I'm just a therapist with a social work degree instead of a psychology degree. So nothing really different about me than the rest of them. Did you have any troubles finding this place? Were you told where to go?
Um, yeah, and like the lady who greeted me was very nice actually at the desk, so
I love her. She's amazing. So I'm very
yeah.
glad you like her too.
Yeah.
I Just before we get started, I just want to address a few things. There is a bathroom down the hall. When you come out the door, if you look to your right, it's kind of confusing. You look to your right and you go down and you take a left and you should see it perfectly. It's right there. And there are water fountains off to the left. I'm sure you passed them when you were coming in. And obviously you found the parking you got here.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have a car, I don't know. uh let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything housekeeping wise. Well, obviously, I can explain a few things to you first before we get started. Just a few
Okay.
important things. Obviously, everything you say here is confidential, except for in the instance of you harming yourself or other people. I will have to tell somebody. But other than that, the only people that are going to hear anything you say in here is going to be myself and maybe my supervisor, but that's it. Unless you say it's okay for me to tell somebody, if I have to like ask about you, obviously nameless, but if you're a special case and I have to ask about you to somebody else, I would have to get your permission first, obviously. I I won't go around talking about you to other people. You can talk about anything you say here to anybody. That's your right. It's all about you. That's your right to do so, but I will not be talking about anybody. Even if you do give me permission, I'm not going to tell like my family or friends because they don't need to know that. And that's pretty much all in confidentiality. You have any questions? Any concerns?
No, that sounds good.
Okay. And then obviously, like I said, that can't be broken unless you talk about harming yourself or others. That is probably the only instances where I will have to tell like the police or maybe somebody else, obviously my supervisor, but as long as you don't say anything like that, we should be good. Confidentiality will not be broken with me. Is there any questions you have for me before we get started? Anything you'd like to know about me, this place, why you're here, or why you got referred to here?
Um, no, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, then we can get started. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why are you here? Why are you feeling? I mean, obviously, only tell what you're comfortable with. I'm not going to take a deep dive into your brain on our first meeting, but give me a little about yourself. What do you like to do in your free time? How about that?
Yeah. I don't really have a lot of free time. I work a lot and I'm still trying to like finish up a degree. And but when I do have some free time, I like to read a lot. Um and I really like nature, so I like to, do things like that. But most of the time I am kind of, alone. But yeah, that's what
Okay,
I'd say.
I understand. So, sounds like you're going through a rough time with college and work, which everybody does, understandable, but you do like to read and you like nature. You ever taken a nature walk and settled down at like a park somewhere with a book? It's ever Sounds calming.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah.
Okay. See, I mean, you're already building steps here. I don't even know why you're here, but just kidding. Uh, but yeah, so is there any major issues you'd like to get into with me today? Obviously, if not, if you want to be a little guarded, I understand. It's your first time meeting me. I'm technically some random stranger you just walked into their office.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty open about things. I mean, I feel like a lot of people might lie on their, mental health assessment, and I didn't at all. That's probably why I'm here. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty open to sharing anything. Yeah.
Well, yes. Sounds like you're gonna make my job very easy. I kid. Uh, so yeah, what brings you in here? What's bothering you? What made you score low? Is there any overwhelming feelings of sadness? Is it a high anxiety? Or is it just simply that I don't feel good and I don't know what's wrong?
I would say definitely it's probably due to like a lot of stress. I think in this like past year, again with just like everything I have going on. Um, and there's just been some like family issues and stuff like that that I think I don't know, it's just like really affecting me. So,
That's understandable. Family issues suck. I get
yeah.
that. I understand.
Yeah.
Would you tell me a little bit more about the family issues, or is that something you don't really want to get into?
Um, I guess I can get into it. My parents are like going through like a divorce,
Mm,
and I don't know, they got into a really big fight a few months ago, and like somehow I got roped into it, and they kind of just like cut me off financially. So it just feels like I'm losing a lot. Like I'm losing like kind of my relationship with my parents, and at the same time like I have a lot of, things that I suddenly have to like pay for and figure out and everything like that. And I kind of grew up just like, you know, like very well off, and I'm just like not used to this like big change, it feels like. So,
mm.
yeah.
And when you say they cut you off financially, you mean they like were you kicked out of the house? Like what happened there?
Um, well, I live in an apartment, um, and they were paying for pretty much everything, kind of like until I was supposed to graduate. And so now, I have to pay for my apartment, I have to pay for my car, um, and my school as well. I have like a little scholarship there, but it's just like a lot. It came out of nowhere, and I've really just not really worked before, and so it's just been a lot. And I had to stop doing a lot of fun things because I only have time to work to make money. um so it's just been like really hard. I've been having to like say no to my friends a lot, and I had to drop my sorority and all of the stuff like that, and it's just been a lot.
Yeah, I understand. That makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like sounds like to me that you're very stressed out lately because you've been working your tail end off because you've got to
Yeah.
pay for everything in your life now.
Yeah.
That I'm very sorry you're going through that. That sounds incredibly rough. I understand where you're coming from. I can see why you're in here now. I can definitely help you with that. That is definitely something we can work on in upcoming sessions. Just feeling better about your stress and getting not rid of it, but getting it under control because you can never truly get rid of your stress. It'll always be there, just a little bit. But getting under control is really the big thing, maintaining it. Like you said earlier, you like to go on nature walks and read books. Obviously, I know you work a lot, so it's not like you can always do that, but maybe trying to do that like once a week, get that little pattern in, something that's not working could really help you, I think, if that sounds good to you.
Yeah.
Because sounds to me like that you just need a, how do I put this? You need a break. Is that sound, you need like a break from all of this constantly running around? You're going from work to school, back to work, then you're, how often do you think you're actually home, like just relaxing, just chilling out?
Um, Barely ever because um, obviously I go to class kind of during the day and then I work, you know, all weekend and like also after class. I'm a server.
Mm,
So, I do doubles on the weekends and usually close during the week and it's just a lot.
mm,
And I'm constantly tired. I'm always on my feet. I'm always having to, just like talk and pretend I'm happy and all of this stuff. And it's just like I barely ever um, get a break. And yeah, again on school on top of that, and because I've stopped being like social, I just feel like my friends have also just like stopped caring about me, and also my parents as well. I don't even know where to begin like with my relationship with them. So yeah, it's just a lot.
I understand that. That does sound like a lot. I fully understand why you feel stressed out. But let's I will want to help you in any way I can, obviously. Do you think maybe getting a different job would help? Like, does your job pay? I know servers don't get paid the best, but does your tips kind of balance out the low wage?
um I feel like it really depends, but like at the same time, like I don't know if it's like reliable. Um, because sometimes it'll, be really slow and stuff like that, and I'll want to like just quit then and there, but as soon as like I feel like I'm about to, I'll get a really good night and, I'll just be like, okay. But overall, I just feel like it's not very reliable. Um, so yeah. But it was just the first job that I found when I, got cut off. So
Yeah, that makes sense. That's server jobs are typically always open for one reason or another, I,
yeah.
depending on where it's at. Do you think so? Do you think maybe another job is on the table? Like you could possibly, maybe one of these times we could help you look through like Indeed or I don't know, ZipRecruiter, something like that to look through look for a new job that could fit you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be open to that.
Okay. Okay. Well, that will always help, obviously. I mean, the server jobs, they pay, those good nights do pay good money, but they're not always reliable, like you said. So I think it would just maybe it'd be better to get you a little bit more consistent pay job. One like would you be open to working like fast food, or is that, I it's like a server job, but obviously there's major differences too. Is that something you'd be open to?
Um, yeah, I feel like at this point, just all that matters to me is the money. I'll do whatever.
That's fair. I know certain jobs like McDonald's and Taco Bell, as stigmatized as they are, they do pay 15, 16, $17 an hour, and you pretty much get to create your own schedule given here and there. I
Hmm.
I personally worked at McDonald's going through high school and the first couple of years of college, and McDonald's has a great tuition reimbursement program. They will pay 2,500 roughly off your tuition every semester, which sure helped me a lot in the beginning semesters with all those gen ed classes. And I think that it will help your case because you're not only getting paid, you now have this sort of buffer between your tuition and you now with that 2,500 roughly per semester. Does that sound something
Yeah,
you're interested
that
in?
sounds like really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little way of them giving back because the job is, it's not easy, obviously. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know that you work as a server. I'm sure that's not easy either.
Yeah.
Uh, Tell me a little bit more about the serving job. That is it. I know you said that it's slow most nights, but then you get a really good night. How often are those good nights?
Um, well, I get paid bi-weekly, but um, I'd say once or twice a week.
Okay.
Usually, like, you know, it's like it's like more of a sports restaurant, so or bar restaurant thing. So like the weekends, when there's a lot of sporting events and stuff, it gets really busy. Um, so yeah, those nights.
Okay. Well, that all sounds really great. I'm very glad to have met you. We are running out of time, unfortunately, but if you want to come back to me, that would be great. I will, you can always text me. Here's my phone number. And then obviously, here's some papers to take home. It's just some basic information, insurance wise and other stuff. It's boring paperwork, but you can take it home and next time you come back, you can give it to me and then you'll be on file and everything. You'll be fine. You can always schedule your next appointment with the front desk lady. She is very helpful. Like I said, I love her. She's amazing. And I will hopefully see you again. I'd like to meet with you maybe semi frequently if that sounds good with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Is there any questions, comments, concerns you have for me before you go?
Um, no, I think everything you said sounds great.
All right. Well, I will see you next time. Thank you for coming, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you feel less stressed between now and next time we meet.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.